Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Next to score, Steelers 7, Lakers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, now Carr. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. But he's got his target, Harris. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speedboat. He's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here in their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Play action. Now it's Carr. This will be caught. Judy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And 7.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the delay, here's Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 9 now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get into someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Flush to his right. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw his Carr. Rolling to his right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On play action, now Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
2nd down and 7. They'll run again with Harris. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read.
And now here's another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll look to throw here. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach...
He's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. They'll start the drive with Harris, fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Carr completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Carr. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now Carr. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. He sets to fire deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
these guys are running offense like you drive, the pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On first down, Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll set up a throw. He's got it. That catch good for only a couple. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. They'll try and run with Harris. And this time he is in. Yes. Najee Harris, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Important extra point up and through. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets them 40. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty